the walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
Report for the Dalek Supreme. Speak! Replication process is complete. The new humanoid replicant is ready for programming. Escort me. I will supervise the procedure.
What's the matter with me? I can't help Bria, I can't stop the Daleks. I never felt so inadequate. Never. I can't even make contact with the Time Lords. What's happened to them?
In late 1986, a number of master tapes were stolen from audiovisuals. Most of them were remixed, but the two early plays, The Space Whale and Connection 13, were not, because of technical difficulties. As a result of this, and because of our feelings about the primitive production values of the two plays, The Space Whale and Connection 13 were withdrawn from sale. However, due to popular demand, we have re-released the plays. What you will hear is a copy of a second-generation master recording. In all honesty, the sound quality isn't very good. Nevertheless, we hope you will enjoy the somewhat imperfect results of our earliest efforts. Astronaut Peter Thomas. We have been in space for 2 days. The date is now 3/8/90. The time 2 in the morning. Planet Earth is blue. There are no space objects nearby and all instruments are functioning perfectly. Roberts, where are you?
British Space Exploration calling Space Station Alpha Alpha 1. Do you read me? Over. This is British Space Exploration calling Space Station Alpha Alpha 1. Respond. Over.
This is Station Alpha Alpha 1. Go ahead, BSC. Over.
Just telling you the supply ship is on its way. Shouldn't you be sleeping? Where's Roberts?
I don't know. He should be here by now, the lazy.
Are you there, Peter? What was that?
I'm not sure. Roberts?
Peter, what's going on up there?
Are you there, Roberts? Simon! Simon! What's happened to the wall? BSC, something's happening to the water. I think Roberts is dead. They're all dying.
Peter? What do you mean? Peter, are you...
No!
we must not overlook the possibility of sabotage from a number of sources. The establishing of a network of space stations, 3 British, could cause major concern in some areas, both on the Earth and beyond. I look forward to receiving your comments, Minister, etc., etc. Good God! Sergeant Grey? There's a telephone box on the lawn. Send someone to investigate and report straight back to me.
England, 1990. Probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. August. Usually is at this time of year. Hello. Look, you two, a soldier.
I hope you found that pass you were looking for.
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't, so smile nicely.
There are times when you're unbearable.
Well, once I've explained who I am...
Do you realise you're trespassing on military property, sir? Would the 3 of you follow me, please?
Certainly. We'll soon clear up this little misunderstanding.
Are you sure, Doctor?
Of course. I'm the doctor.
Enter.
3 intruders, ma'am, found by the police box. This one says he's called the Doctor.
The Doctor?
That's correct, Major. These are my companions, Greg and Nadia.
It's Colonel, actually. Colonel Drayton.
Pleased to meet you, Miss, and Ma'am.
I wish I could say the same. Exactly who are you and what are you doing trespassing on military property?
I thought we'd been through all that. I'm the doctor. These are Greg and Nadia.
Are you trying to tell me that you are the Doctor? Unit's former scientific advisor, was he not?
Yes, I am. Or was. Former? I've been sacked then, have I?
What in heaven's name is Unit?
I'll explain later, Nadia.
You turn up here with a police box and 2 children, looking as though you've just stepped off the stage, and you expect me to believe that you're the former scientific advisor to Unit.
You've hit the nail right on the head, Brigadier.
Colonel?
In fact, I wish you were the Doctor. He'd be very useful at the moment.
Really? What's your problem? I'm sure I could help you, Commandant.
Colonel!
Sure, you remember how I managed to deal with the Autons on 2 separate occasions?
How do you know about the Autons?
Then there was the business with the Axons, of course, not to mention the Silurians and the Sea Devils.
That's all classified information. I must ask you not to repeat that in
And
front of him.
Lethbridge Stewart was very grateful when I saved the World Peace Conference for Sir Reginald Styles. The Daleks were trying to mess things up there, of course.
That will do, Doctor.
But we mustn't forget the Omega business either. That posed me, us, a lot of problems. I really think I'm the man to help you, you know.
It sounds quite impressive, doesn't it, Colonel?
You really are the Doctor, then?
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Well, I think I could do with a cup of tea. How about you, Doctor?
Yes, please. Strong and hot, milk and 1 sugar.
I'll have the same, please.
How about you, miss?
It's Nadia. I'll just have milk, please.
See to that, please, James.
Ma'am.
Now, Doctor, let me explain our problem. Britain is preparing to launch 3 small space stations. The first, Alpha 1, was set in orbit 2 days ago.
Has it malfunctioned?
Perhaps. Last night we lost all contact. The last thing we heard was a scream.
A screen?
And a tearing of metal.
Design error, perhaps, exerting pressure on a weak point of the structure?
But the entire structure is intact. We've got pictures from passing satellites.
Britain, you said, Colonel?
Yes, British space exploration, based in Essex.
Greg, Nadia, ever been to Essex?
Liston, where's Mercer?
He's monitoring the robotic production lines. Why?
I have some important news I want you both to hear.
I thought you were looking pleased with yourself, Leif.
All of us at Insular Systems have cause to be pleased. Our new, shall we say, business associates have informed us of our little triumph in space.
Is all this killing really necessary?
A means to an end, the terms of the contract must be fulfilled.
Of course. We must satisfy our clients at all costs.
Everything is going according to plan. If you had any reservations, they should have been expressed when the Rigellons first contacted us. Good God, woman, the benefits are self-evident. Our profit margins are expanding beyond our wildest dreams. Robotic production lines, quantum field assembly. We're developing a totally new technology.
We're developing nothing. It's all beyond our understanding. We're dancing to the whims of an alien power.
Ah, Mercer.
Come in. Lee brings glad tidings for all humanity.
So, this is British Space Exploration, BSE, the nearest thing to the scene of the mystery.
Wonderful. What are we going to do now?
Well, you can't just go galloping around, lad. Besides, here comes the director's assistant, Miss Romney.
Sorry, we don't cater for school parties.
Good. I hate kids running around.
Greg and Nadia are my,
Personal assistants.
Yes. Could we look around the base? See all your scientists playing at spacemen?
Come on, it's this way.
Do stop whinging.
Space Station
Alpha Alpha 3, which is entering the final stages of construction.
It's like going over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Yes, I said, is it identical to Alpha Alpha 1?
In every detail.
Well, Doctor, I suggest we go and interview the staff.
I'd like to stay here, Doctor. All this looks vaguely interesting. It's the first sign of any technology I've seen since we arrived.
I'll stay too. I always wanted to be an astronaut.
Very well, but be careful. This equipment is far too expensive for you to play with.
Miss Romney?
Yes, what is it? I'm a busy person.
Where is Alpha Alpha 2?
It's at the shuttle base in Surrey. Why?
He likes to collect pieces of useless information, don't you, Craig?
Thank you, Nadia.
Some interfering old fool from the government has arrived, Lee. Mr. Innes.
I'm sure Insular Systems International can deal with him, Mirza.
What does he want?
The usual, clinging leech. In a better world, I would dispose of his kind with all their sums and deductions.
Perhaps I could see him.
He would devour you, Liston.
If I told him what he wanted to know...
Sit down, woman.
It scares me.
I must deal with our government official. I'll soon put him out of the way.
He mentioned something about the walls. Something's happening to the walls. Roberts is dead, he said.
I see. Could it have been an outside attack?
Impossible. There were no space objects near. The closest manned object was the supply ship.
Supply ship?
Yes, it's still heading there.
To investigate? Maybe help?
Yes.
When will it dock?
In about 10 minutes. I'll have to go now. I'll meet you in my office later when you've completed your investigation, Doctor. Colonel.
Ripping metal, references to walls, death. It doesn't fit.
So this is Alpha Alpha 3.
If it's identical to Alpha Alpha 1, then we might find some clues.
Clues. Ah! The wall panels are made by Insular Systems International. That's probably not important, but I think we ought to investigate it.
You better write that down, you never remember it.
This is British Space Exploration to Supply Shuttle 9. Over. British Space Exploration to Supply Shuttle 9. Respond.
Hello, BSC. This is Supply Shuttle 9. Over.
Hello, Lou. Prepare to engage flight stabilizers.
5, 4, 3, 2...
Engage flight stabilizers now.
Engaged. We are 5.23 miles from AA1. Over.
Stand by for thruster countdown.
Just a standby. Countdown set at 5.
Okay, SS9?
Okay.
Commence countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire thrusters now.
Course corrected. Now standing at 4 miles.
The stage appears to be set.
Shut up. Fire forward thrusters now.
Forward thrusters fired, proceeding as directed.
Wait, something's wrong. Abandon docking, Romney. Abort.
Don't be ridiculous.
Abort.
What is it, Doctor?
It must be. Abort now.
It may be too late.
Abort. Fire starboard thrusters now. Abort. Get Alpha Alpha 1 on a scanner. Abort at once. Fire tail engines now. Abort.
DST, Alpha Alpha 1 was active.
Did you see that? Alpha Alpha 1 just destroyed the shuttle.
Very observed. Very observed.
But, Doctor, these space stations aren't equipped with that kind of defense system. How could it have happened?
There's something hostile aboard that station. A threat to us.
Where's Alpha Alpha 2?
At the BSC space shuttle pad in Surrey. But I don't see how that can be of any relevance. The danger is above us, in case you've forgotten.
I'd like to talk to Brigadier Colonel Drayton in private, if you don't mind.
Very well, but please don't touch anything. I must send my report to the director.
Brigadier.
Colonel.
Colonel, I want you to stop that shuttle. Romney won't do it, so you'll have to go over her head.
What are you going to do? It is not a silly question.
I'm going to grow rhubarb trees, Colonel. Back soon.
Listen. At 15:30 today, Alpha Alpha 2 will be launched. There will be 12 stations in orbit. 2 days after this, Alpha Alpha 3 will join it. There will be 13 stations then. But I have received distressing news. Colonel Drayton is going in person to the launch site to prevent this event. You must destroy him.
Destroy?
This is hopeless. I've been examining Alpha Alpha 3 for half an hour and still there are no clues. Ah, Corporal, you've not seen my 2 young friends, have you? A boy and a girl, 2 arms and 2 legs.
As a matter of fact, sir, I've just taken them to a factory to do some investigating. Said they felt left out.
You did what? Which factory? Quickly.
Insular Systems.
Insular Systems International. The walls.
Where's that lunatic going now?
What are they putting inside those wall sections?
I can't quite see.
Watch out, Nadia. Something's happening to that wall panel. Let's get out of here.
Insular System International. What an uninteresting block of concrete. Unimaginative is the word. Oh well, I might as well go inside. I might find the architect. Probably a computer anyway. Ah, are you an architect or an intercom? Hello? Anybody at home?
We have company.
Do we?
Can't you hear him? Eccentric by all accounts. Such a wild extrovert should be shot. The sooner we prevent his interference, the better.
Shall I deal with him?
He is recognized. He is the doctor. He is working with BSE.
What does that mean?
He'll be killed later.
No, it's not necessary.
It will be necessary. There are no feasible alternatives.
Then I presume we should give him an audience.
It's 2:15. Hurry it up, man. The windscreen! Pull over! Pull over! He's dead! Get out! What in the name of... He's back! I'm armed and I won't hesitate to fire!
Surrender, Colonel. You are to be taken alive.
Halt!
Your defense is inadequate. Surrender.
Only when I'm dead. Press 1 calling Nick. Over. Press 1 calling Nick. Will you read me? Over.
Copy. Nest Thrush 1. Go ahead, Thrush 1.
I'm under attack near Fenwick Common. On my way to the shop place. I need help. Some kind of robot.
Anybody there? Totally automated. Hello? Somebody must press the buttons. What's this? Looks like a metal coffin. A body. Or what's left of one. Covered in scorch marks. Fascinating. Who's there?
Come on, Greg. Only chances to outrun it.
It's catching up on us.
I can't keep this up.
We're back on the main road at the moment.
Advance no further.
He's so close.
Look out, Greg. You'll get us killed.
Halt or you will be destroyed.
It doesn't look as though we've got a lot of chance.
Follow me and obey my instructions.
Who's there?
Sorry, who are you?
My name's Liston.
Why are we whispering?
Shut up. You've got to get out of here.
Why?
Just get out and warn the government. They've got to shut this place down. Conduct a full investigation.
Why?
It's got out of control here. They don't know what they're doing.
Who?
Listen, it's you.
Go now. Tell the government, the satellite network.
Listen.
Satellites, listen. The network mustn't...
Listen!
Warn them.
Liston!
She won't answer. She's quite dead.
Are you a professional murderer?
In this world, we are all tainted with evil.
Some more than others.
Be very careful what you say, Doctor.
Have we met before? It's hard to tell one psychopath from another. The universe is full of them.
Keep your mouth shut and get moving.
Whatever you're doing, you won't succeed.
You really are an arrogant man, Doctor.
I'm also very dangerous.
I should remind you, dead men pose no threat.
It's 5-2, ma'am. The station will be sent into orbit in 25 minutes.
Damn it! Unload the bazookas!
So, this is the centre of operations, the boardroom. A little cool in here, isn't it?
Is this the intruder? This is the Doctor, please.
Quite a celebrity, aren't I?
I've warned you. What have you done with Liston?
Why don't you ask Mirza?
Liston was a traitor. Traitor?
To the cause. Didn't you know you'd signed up for life leave?
Liston was Eliminated.
You killed her?
What of it?
Nothing at all.
There was no alternative.
There's always an alternative to murder. Still, I'm sure you were only doing your duty, but for whom, I wonder? For whom?
Your curiosity will torture you no longer.
You are an intelligent opponent, Doctor.
Ah, the Rigellons. I could have known. The dropping temperature, the automated technology, quantum field assembly. Of course, I've got it here in my 500 years diary. Rigellons, creatures resembling Earth warthog. Not very flattering, but true. Originally sole inhabitants of Rigellons 4. Consumed by a white dwarf star, if my memory serves me correctly.
A renegade Time Lord wallowing in his petty knowledge. When will you learn? Trivia is hardly a substitute for power.
We should kill him now, Talbot.
What do you want here? Surely Earth is too hot for you.
I'm not about to reveal my intentions to you, Time Lord.
Pity.
Time for some entertainment, I fear.
The art of sadism, as I recall.
The delicate tearing of muscle and flesh. The pressure on a bone that will jar the entire spine. Careful movement that results in agonizing death. Let us see the subjects.
Get your hands off me!
Mechanical idiots!
Nadia, Greg! What happened?
We were waylaid by these tin
Silence!
And their manners are intolerable.
Activate drill attachment. Confirmed.
2 fillings and a clean-up, please.
Shut up, Greg, he means it.
Very perceptive, young lady.
This is barbaric.
And now, Doctor, for some answers. Why are you on Earth?
I love the weather.
I'm looking for answers, Doctor. Answers, or your friends will be torn to shreds. Why were you attempting to prevent them?
Now, that is a question.
Dr. Stallman, tell him anything.
Shut up, Greg.
Only the truth will suffice.
Oh, James. Well, we've got the better of them now.
Yes, Mum.
Any news of the Doctor?
Yes, I believe he's gone to some factory. In Essex, Mum.
In that case, he'll be up to his ears in trouble. I've got to go and stop that launch. Get help to the Doctor as soon as you can.
Yes, Mum.
I could so easily allow the drill head to make contact with the female's flesh.
Couldn't you just? No, stop this. This is going too far. Innes is dead. Lisbon is dead. You can't just slaughter these two. It's inhuman.
So you are weak, Lee.
Lisbon was right. You've changed, Mercer. I thought this was purely a business operation. To create a better world.
It still is. Only the means have altered.
You sold the earth, Mercer. Sold it. I have heard enough. Robot, apply the drill.
Can't just slaughter these two. It's inhuman.
So you are weak, Lee.
Lisbon was right. You've changed, Mercer. I thought this was purely a business operation. To create a better world.
It still is. Only the means have altered.
You sold the earth, Mercer. Sold it. I have heard enough. Robot, apply the drill to Lee's head.
No.
No!
That wasn't necessary.
Weakness must be punished.
You know, Mercer, it's hard to believe you're still human.
Mercer, we are under attack from those government troops.
Our defences will repel them.
Could I have a glass of water, please?
Make that too.
Thank you, it's done this for me.
Silence, cretins.
I really think someone should attend to that robot. Looks as if it's going to boil over. There she blows! Nadia, Greg, run for your lives! Come on!
Stop them!
Thank God we've made it. Let's hope it's not too late.
Countdown set at 50. Beginning of pre-ignition training.
Okay, go to computer link off.
Computer engaged.
Engage ignition sequence.
Engaging ignition sequence. Ignition sequence engaged.
Commence countdown now.
50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41.
Where are we going to, Doctor?
Away, preferably.
We've taken those robots off. I think we can rest now, Doctor.
What the... Corporal James, how nice to see you.
All right, Doctor. Miss Nadia?
Yes, thanks.
And I'm all right, too.
I've got a jeep waiting for you, E03.
Good man. We need to get into space, and soon.
What, in a jeep?
Come on, Nadia.
3, 2,
Abandon the countdown.
we have ignition.
What was that?
Shuttle locked on course. Flight path confirmed.
It looks as though all our posts have been pipped, Commandant.
Well, we've got the Insular Systems factory under siege.
And they've cancelled the launch of AA3.
We have to assume that Talvar will overcome that.
Surely you're overestimating his powers.
I don't think so, and after all, I should know.
Why?
Well, I am the genius around here.
Huh.
Thank you, Nadia. Now then, Brigadier, I need to have a look at some of those space station panels.
Already seen to, Doctor. I've had some taken over to the lab. If you need me, I'll be at the factory.
Excellent. Come on, you two.
I thought you said we had to go into space.
I did, but I need a little confirmation of my theory.
What theory?
Aha, not sure yet. Yes, I think so.
Excuse me, Doctor. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but I thought the situation was rather urgent.
Plug that in, would you, Greg?
This one?
The X-ray generator plug, yes. Sorry, Nadia. Yes, things are pretty urgent.
Well, you've been messing around with that panel for ages and you're none the wiser.
What do you think?
Yes.
Greg, you say you saw a robot erupt from that wall.
Yes.
Good, good.
You think there's one in there, then?
It would be logical.
You're not going to let it out.
Observe. Look at the X-ray display.
Robots.
There you are.
And that's all you found out?
No, my discoveries are threefold. 1, the panels double as robot containers. 2, the metal acts as a transceiver and receiver. 3, it's encoded with the circuitry for a force field device.
Why force field?
To partially block out the sun. The mean temperature would then be so reduced as to create ideal conditions for the supporting of an alien species that thrives in the cold. In other words, the Rigellons.
Operations Centre, Drayton here.
General.
Oh, Doctor.
I have to get into orbit rather quickly.
I'll contact Shuttle Control, see if they can muster a ship.
No, get Alpha 3 on the pad. It must be launched with me in it.
All maintenance staff, please clear Alpha 3 launch pad. All maintenance staff, please clear Alpha 3 launch pad. 3, 2, 1.
Sequence completed. Engines firing. We have launched. Align trajectory, Mr. Graham.
Trajectory aligned, Doctor.
Here we go. Hang on, Greg. Nadia. Excuse me, madam. We've lost all contact with AA3.
Have we?
What did the doctor tell you?
Not a lot. He managed to get AA3 off the pad in record time by ignoring all the safety checks. He should never have been granted permission to use the space station. The man's insane.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He wouldn't be the doctor if he wasn't. But he has got Graham, your best astronaut.
I'm taking he plans to confuse the enemy with his behaviour.
I'm sorry to butt in again, Director, but AA3 is being released into orbit.
Have it monitored.
The Doctor and his associates are aboard AA3.
Have my spacecraft ready for immediate takeoff. The Time Warp must not interfere now.
If I'm right, this is Connection 13. We are the last link in the chain. Events may happen at a much greater speed here.
No leakage has been located in the rear fuel store.
I can get down there. It'll take 2 people though. I might as well go.
Off you trot and don't be too long.
Now what do we do?
Wait for the attack to commence.
Is that it? So they do all the work while we sit here and vegetate?
Yes, Nadia.
The door mechanism in outer corridor 4 is registering a fault.
Now we can do something.
Come on then.
Mercer here.
I will be docking in 2 minutes. The operation is going according to plan. Activate force field, now.
At once, Salvo.
You have been most useful, Baza.
I don't see any leak. Nor do I. It must have been a mistake. Computers don't make strong fuel store, perhaps.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Greg, Mr. Graham. Must get back to the control cabin. It's all the flights are early away.
It's staff. Come on!
Get the robots, run! Get back to the control cabin.
Doctor, those robots are breaking through the walls all over the station.
Don't you try it, that's all. They'll kill you.
You've lost, soldier, and Talvar has won. Don't give me that rubbish.
Right, you're under arrest.
Come and get me.
You step away from there or we'll fire.
You step away, Colonel. I have a weapon too.
Rush 1 to nest. Insular systems has been taken. Corporal James has been shot dead.
Close the door, quickly, man.
Now what? I honestly don't know. Unauthorized documents. Doctor, think!
I'm thinking, I'm thinking.
Better out soon. They're burning through the door with a cutting.
Organise a barricade. Use that table. Greg, help him. Fill the doorway.
Well, that'll keep the robots out for a while. But what about the satellite link-up? The 13 connections?
If you surrender now, Doctor, your lives will be spared.
Good grief, it's Talvar up and about in his personal station.
How are you doing?
I'm overloading the reactor.
Why?
Because if the station self-destructs...
The link will be broken. I see.
Hello, Talvar, come in, please.
Yes, Doctor? Do you surrender?
Call your robots or I blow this station to pieces.
Bluffing.
Call up your robots or find out.
Very well.
They stopped, Doctor.
For the time being, I'm taking the reactor down from overload status. Talvar will be monitoring us now, and as soon as he detects the reactor falling below critical mass, he'll have his robots on the move again.
So we better find another way of breaking the satellite connection.
Yes. Any ideas?
Hello, AA3. We've got you on visual. Over.
Something's jamming our signals. They can't hear us.
How's he doing? I've no idea, but look at USA Station 6.
It's glowing. It's glowing with energy.
I've got it.
I hope you have.
No, listen. You say the panels are encoded with circuitry which acts as a transceiver for the force field?
Yes.
Then we have to alter the encoded patterns.
Or burn it out.
All very well, but how?
The reactor!
Yes.
Too dangerous. I don't really want to blow us all up, you know. It's a good plan, though. The only thing that's missing is a controllable energy source which is still powerful enough to burn out the panels.
I've got an idea.
Here's what we want, Mr. Graham.
The life support systems, they should carry enough low-level power to do the job.
How do we get access to them?
Easy, the cable up there.
Doctor, the reaction is falling below critical mass.
The robots are at it again.
Talvar's onto us, right. I'm going to lose. I'll get this cable down by hand.
No, Doctor, they can't kill you.
Ironic. Killed by the life support system.
Doctor, don't.
I should be all right. Got it. Clumsy, ham-fisted idiot.
Look out, Nadia, robots breaking through behind you.
Get it out. Open the panel, Greg. I've got to attach the cable. Burn out the circuits. Just here.
No, Doctor, the robot's got Nadia.
Doctor's got my arm.
What? Please, Nadia, don't let it push you against the wall.
Doctor. Already 4 stations are linked.
And if I overload the panels here, Nadia will be electrocuted.
Precisely. 8 stations now, Doctor.
Doctor, you've cut off the life support systems. We're running out of air.
Time is against you, Doctor.
What to do?
The girl will be freed when you release the cable.
Don't do it, Doctor. You can't let them win.
I can't let you die, Nadia.
Think of the people on Earth. Besides, what's left for me? Homeworld's destroyed. I don't belong.
Shut up, I won't listen.
Release the cable.
No, Doctor, no.
Nadia, don't touch that cable.
What happened?
The circuit encoding has been burnt out. The signal is now bouncing back around the other 12 connections. There'll be a chain reaction.
the stations would be destroyed. But Nadia... I don't believe it.
Doctor, Greg, there's hardly any air. We must get to the escape pod.
I think we could do with the rest.
Yes, I have a place in mind.
Visuals adventures in time and space. The Space Whale.
I hope this trip is pleasant. What pleasure to welcome you aboard.
Seems very advanced. What a shame to waste it on this ship.
Allow me to assure you, Garchover, that nothing is wasted here.
What's that noise?
Nadia, it's me, Greg, and the doctor. We want to help you.
And him.
If I didn't need you, Felon, I'd kill you now.
The Time Ravager.
Darkness, I might have guessed. You might have, but I didn't.
Which of you is the Doctor? Which of you is the arch enemy of the Daleks?
I've just remembered. It's worse than I thought.
The Time Squad are requesting trans-solar discs to continue pursuit. Doctor!
Ah, yes. Busy goings on in there, you know. Time McKenzie is hot work. Tea up, is it?
Yes, that must be it. The city was evacuated because that stuff got into the underground.
All right.
Oh, my legs.
Implement Judger anti-espionage operation. All judges seek destroy saboteur. This isn't a physical smell, Greg. It's a psychic imprint on the air. The smell of fear, you might call it.
I can sense his terror on the air. One more tightening of the screw is all it needs. And then we can feed.
I'm going to die here. Do you understand now?
The foul fiend whispered in his ear, did he? Oh, just wait, Doctor. You think that was bad? But wait until he starts to roar.
I'd say death was due to heart spasm brought on by severe emotional trauma. Provoked by a massive phobic stimulus, to judge by his facial expression.
I thought he looked as if he died of fright.
Precisely.
The Shadow World.
Your companion is not asleep, Doctor. He's been given a 15-milligram dose of the drug. He is currently in the first stage of entering what we call the Shadow World. If you do not help me, I shall increase that dosage to such an extent that his mind will descend into total collapse.
Those repairs are far from stable. I didn't really know what I was doing.
You do like me, don't you?
Perhaps. I haven't quite made up my mind yet.
I like you very much.
That's obvious, but I still haven't decided about you, little boy.
Here comes the chopper to chop off your head. Tip, chop, tip, chop, the last man's dead.
Audio visuals adventures in time and space. The Space Whale. The Time Ravagers. Connection 13. Conglomerate. A Cloud of Fear. The Shadow World. Season 1. Recommended by The Temple.